Welcome to the public session of conference 2024. My name is Shiko Kwame. The Deputy Mayor of Mandeville and the Councillor of the Miami Division, Councillor Ryan P, let you feel welcome in conference 2024. Check. All right. Yes, let us restart again. Let us introduce the members that you see at the head table thus far. These are the early comers and the people who are supported. The Deputy Mayor of Mandeville and the Councillor of the Miami Division. Yep, a technology in the Oregon. Councillor, I want to see you fast start in my life, you know. The Deputy Mayor of Mandeville and the Councillor of the Miami Division, the teacher, Councillor Ryan Kennedy. Give him a warm welcome to Conference 2024. We welcome each and everyone. Sitting beside the Deputy Mayor is the campaign manager for Northwest Manchester and the Constituency Secretary and the Regional Chairman in his highest office. Pleased to make welcome Comrade Walter McCarthy to the public session. Yes, indeed. Sitting beside is a man who has taken over my position as a super supporter of every conference right across the region and other regions. The newest councillor from the Reaches Division, Comrade Steve Williams. Another new councillor from the Napatrick Division, another teacher. Welcome Comrade Carl Smith from the Napatrick Division. And another new kid at the block in the parish council, but is no stranger to the constituency, Comrade Andrew Smith from the New Green Division. And your newly minted councillor with a brand new shirt when we are on a debut today. Welcome your councillor, his first public conference 2024. Right here. New shirt for conference, you know. And sitting beside Councillor Peart is the outgoing councillor, former councillor Early Basic, legendary councillor. I want to recognize all the comrades who have served last political term and congratulate the comrades who are coming in the incoming term. So give a round of applause to the members of the divisional executive for the Spur division. Give them a round of applause. All visiting comrades who are coming from other constituencies, we say welcome to everyone. I see Comrade Vernon Manning, who is the regional secretary. Give a round of applause. Members of the PNP, women who are here. Members of the Patriots, members of the PNP YO, members of the extended family from North West Manchester, Central Manchester, South Manchester, and North East Manchester, we say welcome to one and all. Are you ready again? We're not ready. We want a gospel song from us. Finding the guitar and so we start the music the right way. We had devotion already in the private session. But you know, I'm going to start now to bless the place and bless the place in the presence of God Almighty. Not true? Because we are PNP. Miss Edwards, you alright on this one? What you do? Miss Edwards, and I say your name, and I say your name. How are you name right this one? So she might let you know you hear me so. Hi, how are you, Miss Edwards? Comrade Edwards, you alright? The newly elected life member. But she not hear me, no, she hear me, I get her up and she not hear me. The newly minted life member of the division of Spur. Give her a round of applause. Comrades, welcome everybody. You ready now, sir? I hear you now, Spur. Give it up again for the DJ. Blessing the place as we move into conference. Thank you very much. You may be seated. Those on the outside, I continue to invite you on the inside. This is where the meeting is, and we have some empty chairs. I want to big up the comrades who are watching online and the friends who are watching from the worldwide net. Big up everyone that is here. Comrades, the first speaker is somebody who had a very, very good week this week. And she is from our living in this division. But she was the head girl of the Cartwright College. And she is the head of the PNPYO in Manchester. Pleased to make welcome a daughter of the soil from the Spur division to bring you greetings from the PNPYO. Pleased to welcome former head girl of the Cartwright College and of the PNP Comrade Sabrina Barnes.
Yes, Ryan Peart, you don't know so great. See, Ryan Peart, it's about to feel hot, 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 hot. Hey yo, Ryan Peart strong. Guys try to tell you, yeah, Ryan Peart well strong. What else? Don't come like a child. People, yeah, Ryan Peart and take charge. Someone killing themselves, waste of energy, that should have put
Comrade Chairman, Councillor Ryan Mitchell, comrades on the head table, our host celebrating Councillor, the up-top boss himself, Comrade Ryan Peart, comrades from near, far, comrades of the beautiful Spur Division, good evening. Good evening, comrades. I'm not hearing you. Good evening, comrades. That's more like it. As aforementioned, my name is Sabrina Barnes, and I'm the chairman of the Manchester PNP YO. Now, it's really good when we see young people like myself step up and serve in the People's National Party. Can I say amen? Right. And as such, I should make it clear that the PNP YO is not just an organization, we're a movement. Where the vibrancy, the vocality, and the conscience of the People's National Party. May I say the future generation of the People's National Party. So, I am asking that if you know people between the ages of 15 to 33, you're welcome to join the People's National Party Youth Organization in Manchester. And we're hoping to support the People's National Party more with different activities to get the young people active and aware. Because as young people, we are cognizant of the fact that under the current administration, our future is not secure. And a vote for the People's National Party is a vote to secure the lives of young people. It's a vote to secure the lives of your children, like myself. So thank you so much. Congratulations to the Spur Division. I'm from Spur Division, so I'm ultimately elated to be here. And congratulations to Comrade Ryan Peart. Secure that win. Thank you so much.
Comrades, one more time for Comrade Sabrina Barnes, and congratulations, Sabrina. Moving on to bigger and better things in September to university. Are you here or are you going overseas? You wish you go. Give a round of applause again to the young people about to do that to them on the show. Comrades, we're moving right along, and I want to invite Comrade Melissa Swaby from the PNP Women's Movement to bring greetings on behalf of the women of the party. Where is Comrade Melissa Swaby? Where is she? Where is Comrade Melissa? Outside? She coming, all right. Play music and say Melissa. We apologize to Comrade Melissa Swaby. She went for something, so she'll be back soon. No, if she get the time to talk again, because we're going to step up and go right up into the bigger leagues. Comrades, tonight, theme of the conference is that Labour right have to go down today. When you hear what I say? To over Mandela Hospital, Labour right must go down. One total, we're not ready. Then nothing go down. Tufton must go down. Andrew must go down for Mega Man. For our hospital, Labour right must go down. For the condition of the school, Labour right must go down. For the 1.5 billion for Mega Man, the Labour right must go down. For 700 billion in the hospital system, and they can't find the money there, Labour right have to go down. So I bring up to you now. You move on to the councillors. And I bring to you, I want to go first. I want to open the batsman. Alright, cool. Mr. Ryan, pick up your chest, I'm picking up your chest. So I'm going to move now to one of the fresh minting councillor, 12 of them in the parish council of Manchester, and I say welcome the teacher, the neighboring councillor from the New Green Division. Please do welcome the sportsman, the entertainment man, Ryan Spur, newly minted councillor, and just from the New Green Division.
Sometimes I back some of them are running back to your own boys. Some of them take back for trouble. Sometimes I back some of them are running back to your own boys. I'm going to walk out. You put a big chance to get on the great cat. You love some from breakfast and you give up. You put a big chance.
Easy to decree. Good night, comrades. Comrade Chairman Mario Michel. Comrade Secretary for Northwest Manchester, Comrade Hometown McCarthy. Ryan Peart, Councillor of the Spur Division. But 5-star General, my teacher, my friend, my father, Sir Pacey, my councillor colleagues, warriors, foot soldiers of the Spur Division, good night. Good night also to comrades and friends visiting from neighboring divisions and neighboring constituency. Welcome to Hatfield Primary and to the Spiritual Division. I'd like to start off by saying thank you. And we can't say it too much enough. You are the persons who are on the ground. You are the persons that through thick and thin you are here with us as the councillors and as your representatives. Sometimes it's hard and out there, and we need the bucketing, and through thick and thin, you have stood tall. Hear me as now. Spiritual one division, you know. Spiritual was the strongest division in Northwest Manchester. That's what we're facing. And it's on its way back to take its rightful place as the strongest division for Northwest Manchester. We don't think so? We don't think Spurgeon can come up to the strongest division? Alright. So it is on you, the people. You have gone through a number of candidates. 1 lesson, 2, 3, and now 4. So basically you can say 1. I've been on the ground in terms of politics for 4 years. And you have gone through 4. So I'd like to pay homage to the 4 persons, or more so to the 3 persons before you. The 3 before you, right? Wilson, they never do maths at school with the chest. 3 after facing, and Ryan make 4. So, Mr. Henry, put your hand together, Mr. Henry, for that, please. Ringo, clap your hand, put your hand together, Mr. Henry, man. And I'm going to tell you why I said that. Each of the candidates played their part in terms of holding the division together with their supporters. Because one thing I tell you now, we had support from all 3 persons, all of their supporters, we had them for Ryan. And it showed in numbers. So again, Leonard James, put hands together for Leonard James. We'd like to put our hands together also for Keisha Phillips Sutherland. Put hands together for Keisha. And now, put your hands together for the man of the moment, Comrade Councillor Ryan Peart. When I listened to Comrade Hometown McCarthy spoke, and he said thank you for carrying Ryan, because you guys have gone through a lot, and it was easy, it could have been easy for you guys to be fed up as a truck every minute we get to a new candidate. But sometimes, they say diamond build under pressure, sometimes you go through the process to get who you want. And I can tell you, I am pleased with your councillor being Ryan Peart. Mario, we're not talking now. So put your hands together, Ryan Peart. No, Spiritual Division. Una Ryan go me now. Una Ryan go me. We cannot force his hand. But I think you may not know, Ryan Peart was my campaign manager. But let me tell you how comrades stay. And the word comrade where comrade mean brotherhood, friendship, and family. Most of you know me, know that Mr. Devon Wickham Richards was my strength, my support. When Wickham passed on in 2021, yeah man, put that together for you man. When Mr. Wickham passed on in 2021, look round and I approached Ryan to the campaign manager. Ryan came on board and supported me. But then a higher calling came. We saw that there was some problem in the spiritual division in terms of pulling together, and we didn't have a candidate on the ground who was interested, and he gave himself a service. At that time I didn't know how I would manage, but as a comrade, we know that God will carry me through, and comrade Ryan P came, and Ryan new and fresh. Let me tell you this, Ryan new and fresh. He needs a lot of help, he needs a lot of support. So I'm asking you guys to continue to give Ryan Peart the support, because we know when the trumpet sound, we're not just another color. Support Ryan and support comrade Michael Asha Phillips. Let me say, we are one team in West Manchester, one team, and it's a numbers game. It is a numbers game. Comrade Michael Phillips won the constituency by 700 votes. Ryan won Spur division by 600 votes. People, it's all good that we jump up our prance, but we need to get out with neighbor, we need to get out with brother, we need to get out with sister, we need to get out with cousin. We need everyone to come out to ensure when the trumpet sound, Spur division, give it the 3,000 votes we need. They are there. A lot of us are not voting because some, this reason or that reason. It's time to put that down. Jamaica needs rescue. Jamaica needs help. Jamaica needs to get rid of this uncaring government. And it starts with you, the warriors, the foot soldiers on the ground. So comrades, when the trumpet sound, my countrymen all, awake from the slumber and answer the call. The torch has been lighted. The door is at hand. Who joins the fight? Land of my birth, I pledge to be loyal, faithful, true to do spiritual division, love, and love.
Comrades, that was Councillor Anderson. Give him another round of applause. Opening batsman here this afternoon because he said to big up him friend and bless up him friend thing. So I'm moving right along. I'm not ready to make this touch. Because if you see she do want to go early in the batting order, but I'm making mistake for some settle. Caesar second when you're retired, you know. You don't talk? Okay. Comrades, we're moving right along to the man from the Clarendon. And I bring to you now one of the new councillors, but not in Manchester, but the neighbouring councillor who borders me up in Banana Lawn and Thompson Town and those areas. I say welcome the man from the Reaches Division, brand new councillor, North West Clarendon. Please do welcome Comrade Stephen Williams.
To the foundation of the music, to all the godfathers who set it. You know, you have some little people don't know respect. As a matter of fact,
our host councillor, man of the moment, my friend, my brother, Councillor Peart. Comrades at the head table, I want to acknowledge someone in this room. Miss Paul, stand up. For every poster that I put on there, this lady created all of that. Warriors, foot soldiers of the People's National Party, let me say, I reach this division, good night to you. I reach this division, good night to you. I come from our division, very, very lively. So let me say it again. I reach this division, good night to you. I want to say to you, thank you very much. Thank you very much for carrying through your council. I sit and I listen to Comrade McCarthy. He said Ryan came to this division as the candidate November. So we talk about December, January and February was election, and he won convincingly. Thank you, thank you. Councillor Peart, the people put their trust in you and elect you. At all times, comrades, let me say it openly, comrades always have issues. You can't run from it. Always be prepared to listen to your comrades. If you don't find time for your own comrades, we the leader in trouble. You elect us. We serve you. You serve us. So it's a partnership thing. We're heading into a general election. And let me say it from up in the hills. Because the Bible says we look up to the Bible says we look up to the order. So when we stay up in the hills and look down in the valley, we want to call every MP down in the valley. So Manchester in general, we want all members of parliament in Manchester. So from tonight, I'm asking your comrades, let us all start the political work for the general election. All of who didn't vote in the local government election, please knock on them, knock on all those who never voted. Keep dialogue with who also voted in the parish council election. Because this general election, we are on one mission. And that mission is for the People's National Party. Comrade Mark Golding must be our next Prime Minister. Must. But it has to start from every division, then to the constituency, then to God's house. Comrades, God is good all the time. That is why you have Ryan P here. Let me say it again. God is good all the time. The word is Lord.
Comrades, give it up for the councillor from Clarendon Northwest, Stephen Williams, making a lot of waves over there in the parish council down in Maple. So give a round of applause again. Thank you, Comrade Stephen. Comrades, while Comrade Stephen was making his presentation, another comrade who I am sure will be walking up Duke Street to Parliament. A man who is an astute businessman and a man who is a comrade who I know the people are well pleased. The next member of Parliament for Trelawney Southern, Comrade Peart, who is here. Give a warm spiritual welcome. So, Comrade Stephen said, God is good, but you have a brand new councillor who come out of good PNP stuff. His granduncle and your granduncle was MP, and your two uncles was MP. And, oh yeah man, don't worry about it, so I come from good PNP stuff. So the Bible said, young man, I call upon you because you are strong. And you are the hills that spur tree. So give another round of applause again, your brand new vintage councillor. Come from good PNP stuff. But I move now to the next councillor. A man who is also a sportsman, an entertainment man, a teacher by profession. The brand new councillor returning the Patrick to the folds of the People's National Party. First reading the voice. Make welcome, Comrade Paul Smith.
Spur 3 Division Wagwan. Let me tell you something what you don't know. Don't do it. Comrade Chairman of tonight's proceeding, Comrade Mitchell. You have to respect the elders and Comrade Facing, powerful. Chairman of the region, Comrade Red Stripe Bear, Woopton McCarthy. Mr. Deputy Mayor, Comrade Pat Moore, Comrade Verna Mannings, the star boy at the moment, the star boy, a Spur division, Comrade Ryan P. Come join me. Comrades, this is the star boy for the area person. When a young man who is very successful, have an excellent job, big position, can walk away from it to represent the people who have to show him love and show him respect. You understand? You have to show him love and show him respect. He might have money already. He might have money already enough to until he wants something to borrow from him. And he come and he might represent the people. And I can tell you, say, you just sit down at Paris Council and look. He might talk for you now. So show him some love, show him some respect. Comrades, I'm not going to land tonight. But we are all aware of where the direction of where this country is going, under this uncaring government. I can't think of one single government entity that is running free from corruption. Corruption is taking over the entire country. And them say the top of the river is dirty. Rest assured, the entire stream will be dirty. We have to rescue Jamaica. And the only way we can rescue Jamaica is by voting for Mark Jefferson Bolden as the next Prime Minister of Jamaica. When you look on the health sector, it's a shame. I get up every day and I pray to God, say, please don't make me sick to go to any one of the hospitals. Because you stand a better chance of not recovering from whatever you go there for when you go to the hospital nowadays. When you look in the education system, you think it's by chance so much teachers stressing out and dropping down and then the pressure that we are under, overwork and underpaid. The police are complaining, the nurses are complaining. Comrades, we have to do the right thing whenever they call the election. And in doing the right thing, you just hold the neighbor one at a time. We hold them and carry them to the polling station. Oh, that's all. We have to do the right thing. So I am begging you, I'm not afraid for begging you. May I beg you to continue to put the support behind Comrade Peart. And we need double support and triple support behind Comrade Philip whenever the elections are called. We have to get rid of them comrades. No if, no but, no maybe. As Mario said them have to do it, go down. When we say them have to do, go down. Have to go down. So until them call, if you just watch, observe, when I make them come up with no little, you notice every minute them coming to a new thing to distract me from the real business. Keep focused, comrade. Keep focused. Whenever it's called, then we just do it. Vote them out, and then we go to prison, go to prison. Comrade, the word is love.
Comrades, one more time to our Councillor Carl Smith, the teacher. Big him up again one more time. While Comrade Smith was making his presentation, I don't know if you know it, but there are 15 divisions in Manchester. And you did some good work on February 26th, ensuring that Spur was brought off very early. But the man from Alligator Park, one of the newcomers of the 12, another teacher, to make his way here. Welcome to the Spur. Comrades, let me give you a story. Comrade faced it in his music. I'm doing the most of me. He just squeezed my foot and said, "Hey, listen, young boy. Now that I am here as a senior councillor in my second term." Yeah, man, senior councillor in my second term. I'm telling you, a senior councillor now. When, and guess what happened again? My choice, or my, I don't know if a choice or whatever, or a him there. But the new councillor is working going to sit up right side of me again, you know. So I'm here Ryan sit up side by side. So when he man go like he wants to suck man, he say, I'm say, baby yourself, young boy, we wouldn't do it. So we are being in the right way. Bless up yourself, the senior man and the junior man. But I say that to say, there are 12 of us in the parish council. And when Comrade Mark was in this very room, he said the labor right there, the ticky labor right there compared to the quality what the PNP is putting forward is chalk to cheese. And big up yourself because the quality representation that you have on the parish council is so Comrade Facey, when we are going through the minutes, as a teacher, Comrade McCarthy, Comrade Facey used to say, corrections in page 1, corrections in page 2. And you do the correction through the minute. That was Facey's job at council. But now that Facey leave, we don't have no problem because about 6 teachers down there. And boy, we can go through the minutes so easy. So big up teachers everywhere here. So, Spur 3 division, he gave you 5 terms as your councillor. And he was a teacher for decades. Almost everybody was born in a Spur 3 division come through his hand as he made welcome the former councillor on the Spur 3 division. 5 terms in Spur 3. Very Facey. Councillors at the head table, Comrade Peart, and want to sing loud. Your first time councillor. Let me hear it for Comrade Ryan P. Want to pick up our regional chairman, secretary for the constituency and chairman for the region. Let me hear it for Comrade Hopeton McCarthy. Together on Comrade Dean Peart time, right? And he's still here. And I want to big up you, the workers and warriors of the Spur 3 division. I say big up to you. And I'm proud of you for your attendance this evening at the Spur 3 divisional conference. Big up yourself. This evening is supposed to be my, what they call it, farewell address, right, Comrade Keynote? All the way, my Savior leads me. What have I to ask beside? Can I doubt His tender mercy, who through life has been my guide? Heavenly peace, divineness, comfort, here by faith in Him to dwell. For I know whatever befall me, Jesus doeth all things
well. My period of serving you as your councillor spanned from the 17th of September 1998 to February 26, 2024. A total of 25.5 years. I would like to take this opportunity to express thanks to a number of persons for their support over these many years. And first, let me thank God for His goodness, health, and strength. I want a special thanks to my family for their support, even in times of challenges. And I want to pick up my daughter, Arlene Zoya. Your applause, always here to support. Representing the family here and abroad. I want also to express thanks to the executive of the Spur Division. And I want to single out, pardon if I single out Comrade Soda Edwards. She was my campaign manager for many, many years. And she's here, he said, boy, has to be here this evening as I make my final address. I want to pick up the workers, members, and supporters. And I want to say thanks also to Comrade Michael Phillips, former MP, Comrade Dean Peart. And let me also thank former mayors, Harris Williams, Brenda Rams, and our current mayor, Donovan Mitchell. What I have been able to achieve for the division would not be possible without your support. Once again, a big thank you all. Let me congratulate my successor, Comrade Ryan Peart, who has taken the baton to carry on the work and build on the foundation that has been laid and to make this division one of the best in Jamaica. You have my support and best wishes, and my advice to you, I want him to stand. My advice to you is to work with the people and stay with the people you can't go around. Having taken up the mantle many, many years ago, I can truly say much has been achieved and we have come a far way. For me, one of the greatest achievements as a representative of the people is to see the transformation of the lives of people and communities. And lest we forget, let me recap most of our work and achievements over the many, many years. And this I would have to summarize, for going into details would take the entire evening. And let me start with infrastructure. We had construction of new roads, and I'm referring to some unpaved roads. And Comrade Wayne Davis here. First road that was done was the Red Bank Road. And that was the only promise I made, and I make sure I fulfill it. I can look back at road rehabilitation and repairs through the division. Construction of sidewalks, drains and pits. Rehabilitation of our 2 catchment tanks, Mount Prospect and Lincoln. We have the construction of 3 bus sheds. One of them is right over here at the front. Extension of water supply in some districts. Installation of black tanks, upgrading of the Spice Grove Spring. A number of directional signs and stop signs were erected. Electricity extensions were done in a number of districts. A good number of street lights were installed throughout the division. And I moved to beautification. A number of beautification projects were undertaken, mainly in our community squares. Garbage collection, this was extended throughout the entire division. Labor Day projects. Over the years, a number of projects were undertaken, mainly road repairs, painting, and other work on our schools and community buildings. We have an active outreach program, which includes house repairs to the elderly, giving out of care packages, Christmas and back to school treats, Teachers Day tokens, etc. And I want to say a big thank you to the women's movement for spearheading this project. Assistance were given to our schools in various forms. And let me refer to housing. A number of persons benefited from new units. Persons also benefited from housing assistance. Persons also benefited from burial assistance, education assistance program. Over the years, a large number of students from the primary level to the tertiary level have benefited through books and fees. The Youth Summer Employment Program. A number of students continue to benefit from this program. Under the Employment Program, persons have been assisted under this program mainly through chicken projects. In the Black Tongue Program, a number of persons were assisted under this program. The Farmer Overseas Program, a number of our young persons benefited from this program and will continue to do so. On the matter of agricultural assistance, farmers have benefited mainly with seeds and fertilizer. And I remember when we were going through that COVID period, there were hundreds of persons who were assisted with care packages, and that was not an easy thing. This is a summary of most of the work and achievements over the period. And as I said before, giving you details would take a whole evening. One would have loved to achieve more, but most times we have the challenge of inadequate resources. But I want to give God thanks for taking us thus far. And let me conclude by saying, for me, it has been a long journey of 25 and a half years of unbroken service. I went to the wicket, played my innings, and I've retired not out. And I'm now watching from the pavilion. The innings is being continued by a younger batsman, Comrade Ryan P. I can look back with pride, the work, achievements and accomplishments of this great division. There were challenges and difficulties along the journey, but we put our trust in God and we were able to overcome these. There is still much work to be done, but we have come a long way. I thank you very much and applaud you for the support given. I'm indeed proud and honored to have been your councillor over these many years. Let us continue to work together in building this great division. I pledge to do my part by working and guiding our new councillor, Comrade Peart. And also to do my part to make sure Comrade Michael Phillips is returned as Member of Parliament for North West Manchester.
All right.
Let us all remain united and bind together in love and unity. I love you, Lord. Oh, your journey never failed me. All my days have been held in your hands. From the moment that I wake up until I lay my head, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. And all my life you have been so faithful. And all my life you have been so good with every breath that I am able. Oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Time coming, the trumpet has sounded. Let us answer the call. The word is love. God bless you all. Thank you. And I'm grateful.
All of the foundations
funeral. Comrade Facey was involved in PNP before he turned councillor. I am still driving a PNP now. He's the treasurer of North West Manchester. Today, tomorrow, pound. So he's now going nowhere. And they're going to stay with
Comrades, at this time I want to put special surprise, right? Well, I will not ask President Council to stand beside me. And I will probably put in about three categories. Some have been here for a long time with me, right? So you know, and some have been here probably the last 3 to 4 or 5 years. So I will just do a quick presentation to the might have to go around here too. The first, and this one says for award of appreciation presented to Comrade Sona Edwards in recognition for your long and faithful service with the executive and spiritual time period. We might have to go down.
All right, so Comrade Ryan and come on, give your microphone.
This is President that I resemble life everybody. We have a token of our appreciation for the long-standing service to the spiritual division. God bless you. Let me call next person, Comrade Debbie Baker, is actually saying the same thing, a word of appreciation for long-standing service to the division. Comrade Debbie Baker, and I ask current executive members, please, your name going to be called, so stand by. Comrade Debbie Baker, calling once, calling twice. Calling Comrade Debbie Baker. Where's Comrade Melissa with us? Is it Comrade Melissa to accept this award on behalf of Comrade Marva Gale, who is after, and is Comrade Debbie coming?
Recognition of your hard work and dedicated and faithful service for the Executive and Spiritual Division from Councillor Ryan P. Comrade Debbie, give her a round of applause. Comrade Marva Gale. She's overseas, somebody can call it for her? Yes, sir, it's Melissa. Melissa? I remember the executive from the division here. Anybody just don't call it?
Comrade Mama Gale is out there, but just for marvelous work and contribution. And maybe she's watching from overseas.
Comrade Paulette Wheatley.
Comrade Paulette Wheatley. Comrade Shaman, I know that's our sister here. Is she still here? Comrade Shaman Roy. Is she here as yet? Comrade Shaman Roy, come forward please, quickly. Comrade Shaman Roy. Yes, she's very much here. Give her a round of applause. Long-standing secretary. Comrade Vivian Peter. Start by calling about George. Comrade Doreen Salmon from Peart. Comrade Doreen. Oh, Comrade Ephraim Smith, that he's not well, but I'm going to ask somebody to receive in parliament. Come receive on behalf of Comrade Ephraim Smith, you know that he has been a long-standing member of this division. Same time, I want to welcome Mr. Shortman from So, Comrade Anthony Bryce. Let me hear from Comrade Anthony Bryce. Comrade Harris Newman. I'm going in my town. Appreciation for your long and faithful service. Comrade Isaac Palmer, Comrade Ali, come accept this for Comrade Isaac Palmer. You know his wife is not well, but he has been a long, outstanding member of the division executive. Comrade Michael Wayne Bailey. Comrade Michael Bailey. Make you call this man. You see, Spur, you know, he was one of the chief architects behind it. Comrade Michael Bailey. Comrade Barrel Small here as yet? Comrade Cadian, come on, Secretary. Comrade Cadian Barney. Put your hands together for him. Huh? Comrade Abigail Ali. And has been the assistant to the councillor for quite a number of years. Comrade Nicola Cranston, out in Kingsland. Yeah, Nikki? She's here? Comrade Nikki? Tell her to come, Comrade Melissa Swaby. Should I reach here again? Comrade Melissa. Comrade Jody Thomas. Where is Nikki coming? Oh, what was that? Come, Jody, come. Stanley. like with the pump parade, eh? Nicky, come. There's one special award for we ask Comrade Cathy to receive this on behalf of Comrade Michael Phillips. He says awarded appreciation presented to Michael Phillips MP in appreciation for your faithful contribution to the Spur individual. Thank you. We're going to ask the Constituency Secretary. Oh, that's the one kid there. Okay. Thank you very much. That was good. I guess you're going to reply, you're going to say something.
Comrades, give it up again for the five-star general, Comrade Erwin Facey. 5 terms as our councillor. So he said enough respect to Councillor Facey. Comrades, while Comrade Facey was making his presentation, a number of other comrades have joined us. And even though they have marked their name late in the register, we're still going to recognize them, because you know what the job of a councillor is. Joining us while Councillor Facey was making his presentation, former Councillor Facey, the man from Mandeville Division, who them always has said, no sure committee, but always crossing the finish line. Comrade George Alvan from the Mandeville Division. And joining us also is 4 out of 4, had a beautiful conference 2 weeks ago up in the Johnson Division, the brand new councillor for the Johnson Division, Councillor Devon Wilson. And also joining us the man from Newport, Councillor Anthony Bryce of the Newport Division, the South Manchester, but comrades, we're moving right along. And before we call up the next speaker, Comrade Peart is from a big PNP family. And you know how he got already. Comrade Facey just gave welcome his worship, the mayor, councillor of the Royal Division, next member of Parliament from Manchester Central. Welcome his worship, the mayor of Mandeville. And welcome, who's that? What's that? Okay. Welcome the man from the Christian side, the next member of Parliament from Manchester North East. Welcome, Comrade. Comrades, we're moving right along because, as I said before, Comrade Facey made a presentation to all the comrades who have served him long before. And Comrade Peart is from a long-standing dynasty of comrades who have served the party and Jamaica very, very well. But Comrade Peart, I realize that your family is here, so we can't come and make your family not feel good. And make sure they're there, because without them supporting you at home, you could not serve the people of the Spiritual Division. So I want to big up the Peart family. Play the song.
Yeah, shut up. Family.
Spiritual Division.
Family. If I want to be a friend killer, no believe in a friend killer. Family.
Touch the comrades side here, you said no love and respect. Look on the comrades side here, you want to the senior councillor in the Northwest Manchester Constituency, senior councillor in the second term, the deputy mayor of Mandeville and the councillor of the Michael Division, another teacher. Please do welcome to Spur 3, Councillor Ryan Kennedy.
Thank you, Comrade Chair. Spur 3 Division, are you ready? Awesome. Spur 3, are you ready? Get in there, get in there. I want to bring all the comrades on the platform, white, so I can't call her name. But I want to single out our region chair, Comrade Matt, because he's the real giant behind Northwest Manchester. Comrades, let me hear it for Comrade Matt. Awesome. Ryan said we're serving liquor to the audience shortly. Are you ready for that? Awesome. Comrade of the Spur 3 Division, are you ready? Anyway, I want to thank you. Last year, this time we came to you and we said we're going to a local government election. And of course, we presented Ryan Peart and you deliver. Clap yourself for that. You didn't only deliver, but you deliver well. However, that majority won't be able to help us in the general election. And the preparation, of course, comrades, continue. We have to ensure that we get rid of this government, plain and simple. The mayor's worship and Senator Bunting, they call on the regional chair of the regional chair of the health sector to resign, and they call on the health minister to resign. But I agree with them, and I want to go a little further. I want the entire government to resign. Would you agree with me? Knowing them, they're not going to do it. So the only way we're going to get rid of them is to vote them out. We can't just say, comrades, we have to make sure we put in the work. There's no doubt, the education system, I can tell you, is failing. The PEP result came out yesterday, and a lot of students are seeing transfer. You know why? Because of their part-time education system that we practice. So the one that will pass for the traditional high school, everybody feel good, and them parents congratulate them. But the one that are placed in the non-traditional high school, nobody congratulates them. They are seeking transfer. And we have to change that. We need to get all the schools at one level. So when they go one grade school like my gully, where I teach, when they pass for that, you can rest assured that your child will be equipped with relevant knowledge and skill to make it in this world. They don't have to go to the traditional like the DC and the Manchester. So if even that alone, comrades, this government has to go down for that. Won't even touch the security system, won't even touch infrastructure. They came with a little road program now, what they call parks, where we know there are two sets of roads you have in Jamaica. You have the good roads and the bad roads. And for you to get your bad road to fix, they want you to come to a meeting and you have to nominate that road and you have to explain to them why that road is bad and why it needs to fix. We don't want no more of that, comrades. So if it's for those two main issues, for education and our infrastructure. This government has to go on. But we can't just say it, so. We have to put in the word spiritually. We have to ensure that all of us go out there and do what we have to do. You have a young councillor. I hear somebody asking for a farmer ticket. Please, put no pressure on it. You have a lot of programs and policies coming for the youth and for the elderly, but it needs time. We have the parish council, and I can say you have a good cadre of councillors in the parish council, but that alone won't help us to deliver. We have our MP, but he's still in opposition. That alone won't help us to deliver. What we want is the entire government. And we're not going to just do it by sitting there. We have to start with the man in the mirror. We have to start in the home and get out every single voters. And the preparation must start now. There's no holiday. We just can't take it no more. So comrades, when we leave here tonight, the work starts. And just like how you do it in the local government for Ryan P, I know that you're going to do it in the general election for Comrade Michael Phillips. Am I correct? Are you ready for Comrade Michael Phillips? Are you ready for Mark Jefferson Golden? Are you ready for the People's National Party? Comrades of Spur Division, the world is love.
Comrades, you heard it from the Deputy Mayor, man. Give him another round of applause. The Senior Councillor in Northwest Manchester, Councillor Ryan Kennedy. Comrades are moving right along because the whole of the councillors have decided they must pack up and come here one time. So we now give them no long time to talk. 2 minutes each, they get a touch, and then they come down and we're moving on. Because now you got a funeral today, and they got all up here big than they are all over the whole place, but they are here now on the PNP business. So the next speaker I bring to you now, the man from down in the hills of South Manchester, on the seaside. Please to welcome the teacher, first term councillor from the Electoral Division, Omar T.J. Robinson.
Execution style. Boss feel boss, damn feel me. If I ever need a sweat and a sweat, tell them no confusion.
Right there, sir. Comrades, how you feeling? I tell you, the journey just begun. And I must say thank you, Spiritual Division. Thank you, Spiritual Division, for choosing my good friend, my general, Ryan Peart. Round of applause for Ryan Peart. I tell you, the political journey is not just about going to parish council. The political journey is about all the people on the ground, all the warriors who step out and make the thing work. Let me big up all the members of the head table who worship the mayor, Comrade Valentine Wint, Comrade Patmore, my good friend moderator, Mario, Comrade Facey, all my council colleagues, Reaches Division General. I tell you, if we are not here an award for who support all of the conference there. Yeah, man. Me and Bryce are well down south until we get the next two over the line. Comrade Bryce, big up yourself. Comrade Oliphant. The big man for Northwest, when there? Comrade McCarthy, Hopeton, when there? When it comes to organization and holding the ground, even if it's not in here, round of applause for Hopeton. And I'm going far and I'm big on the regional secretary.
Comrade Verna, love you, love you, love you, enough respect. When women can step out and represent the People's National Party, it's symbolic to where we are going to be because we know where we're coming from. I started this journey reading a Michael Manley book, and no matter what the other side do, I will never look near because of the policies that I read in that book about Michael Manley. How many minutes is it? 2 left, all right. The heights my great men reach and kept were not attained by sudden flight, but they, while their opponents were sleeping and telling lies and trying to tarnish our party leader credibility. We were there building our PNP list. We were there building our PNP list, PD by PD, and we walked them 12-3 in a Manchester. When they step up and they say 2 minutes, they just say, all right, Mario, I see if you get the talker phone from me. Quickly, let's go to Mandeville Hospital. You know, when I see the condition of the hospital, I'm going to tell you, comrades, try and stay as healthy as possible. Try and stay as healthy as possible. Because when you go to that place over there, it is not pretty. It is not pretty how they treat our patients there. And I think that our nurses and all the persons there are demotivated. They are demotivated because the salary is not matching the work that they should do at the hospital. It is a shame. And then some people come on TV and they boast about what is happening in the health sector. But me know, and you know, said nothing now go on in the health sector. I heard my colleague from Malcolm, he spoke about the education system. And I can tell you, not much now go on in the education system. So many of our schools have leaking roofs. So many of our children are in classrooms that are not conducive to learning. How are we going to get good results? Where you say them to go down? If a government is not performing, they should go down. And we are ready for the next Prime Minister, which will be Mark Jefferson Golden. Just 2 days ago, they came to Alligator upon Division and they were doing government relief grant. And I must speak about this because if we are going to give grants as a government, please don't politicize it. If we are going to give grants, make sure the necessary investigations are done as to the affected persons that are to get the grant. I believe that if it's one party that is affected, give it to one party. Once they are affected, but don't let it be seen politically affiliated or aligned. Let me speak a little more on this because I was invited to that function and I know some of the persons who shouldn't have received. If you're a farmer and your crops are damaged, relief come, you should get relief, no matter who you voted for in local government elections. Alright. If you're a fisherman and your traps at sea got damaged February 5th, 2022 or before that, because relief was paid on that, it no matter who you voted for, if you got damage and relief come, you should get the relief. As the People's National Party, we believe in balance, we believe in equity, and for Jamaica to move forward, we need to put the People's National Party
back in power. Are you ready, Spur division? It is not going to be just talk. It's going to be a lot of work. It's going to be a lot of work going house to house. It's going to be a lot of work knocking on doors and getting the comrades out. Getting those who are undecided to put the X beside the head and vote PNP in the next general election for Mark Olin to be the Prime Minister of Jamaica. One love, one love, one love. What's this? See, we need to sing for PNP. It don't make sense, nobody trying.
Comrade, you see the young councillor passionate and know what he's talking about. One more time, the man from the Alligator Parliament, Councillor TJ Robertson. Give him a round of applause because he's going to go on well over this, because I tell you, the little tree labor in a parish council, you know, when they see the 12 of them walking, they're quiet like a lamb. Not even talk them at all. Or when they call the name, they're not even as a president. So you don't know where to go. Comrades, are moving right along to the man who have always been crossing the finish line because someone who had ever one doubt him. But the man who has always delivered mandate confidently 3 times for the People's National Party. I say welcome the cool ruler, the man from the Adventist Church, Councillor Jones Alifan, Mandela Division.
Yes, yes. They can't keep up with the man down. Yes, yes, it's a selector. Comrades of the Spur division, good evening. I want to say, I only have 2 minutes, so I have to do what I have to do. Right? But comrades of Spur, I want to say congratulations to you. Because on February 26th, you continue the tradition by putting in Ryan Peart. And I want to pay special tribute to a veteran, former deputy mayor, councillor for 25 years, Comrade Erwin Facey. Congratulations. All right. It's not easy for a councillor to do 1 term, much less 5 straight terms. And it is because of you, because of the work that he has been doing. You were appreciated, so you make sure that he keep on winning. And now Ryan take on the baton. And Ryan have to make sure that Spur stay that way. So for the next 25 years, at least, Spur division must be PNP. So that will be what? 50 years straight that you have. We wish to say congratulations to Ryan. And let me tell you something, comrades. The victory that we had didn't come by chance. It came by with hard work and dedication of all the comrades. Not just 1 or 2, but all of you seated here and all in the hearing of my voice. We all came together and worked together. And it shows you that great things can happen when we are united. A united PNP is unstoppable. And therefore, comrades, as we move into the general election, we want to make sure that you return your MP. Central Manchester, we put it in Comrade Donovan Mitchell. And I want you to help us so that he will be walking up to Duke Street. Comrades, let us keep the faith together, let us be united. Let us numerate as much as possible so that we can have the figures, we can have the numbers, because it is only numbers that win election. And the first one who passes the polls winner take all. Comrades, one love, one heart.
Comrades, one more time for the senior councillor from Mandeville Division, Comrade Jones Alifan. Comrades, we're closing out the segment of the councillors now with the final speaker. And I don't know if I make the habit of a conference late, but every conference I am the final speaker close out the show of conferences for the councillors. The senior councillor from the Newport Division, neighboring this division. Welcome the man who is the senior councillor also in South Manchester. They would have said used to get the most trouble, but that title has been taken by me. Welcome Councillor Anthony Bryce from the Newport Division.
No man, no hold on.
They still want more.
It's a selector, easy. Oi, easy. Then if me a senior, I must be final speaker, not you. Where am I saying? Me not the guest speaker, but then me a senior. And then I'm going to be MP. So me are going to be the most senior in the council. Then I'm going to be final speaker, you don't know him as it. Because then I'm going to have to be MP. Anyway, Mr. Selector, run me through the now. Alright, continue. Comrade Chairman, what's been in me up? No one, alright, 2, but me I take 1 more than 3, right? Right. Because me a senior, me have to go 3 or 4. Comrade Chairman, Comrade Mario Mitchell, distinguished comrades at the head table, and me have to single out my brethren and my friend, Comrade Irving Fiesi. Everybody has Portuguese knows it. Everybody has Portuguese knows it. We are facing the road. And we still at the road. Carry friendship the part. He called me yesterday, but we didn't go out at all. So I ain't never have nothing. But comrades, let me tell you now. When I hear the mayor on RGR News yesterday or today, that the Minister of Health must resign, may I join him. The Minister of Health must go down. I hear me. Me don't know where Andrew is there, but before 2016 election, he said here is only to be a guy. And if the JLP did not power, they are still alive. When the JLP in a power and them are dead more than 2016. So when years they know? When years they know? Our comrades, I'm telling you. When years they know? And I give in a power. So when years they? So JLP come with me now. Happy? Good done?
Alright.
And comrades, let me tell you, nobody listen to them with this Sparks program. Can you see when you like your matches and you blow up and you out, and that's a Sparks program. Not in a Sparks program with nobody in a Jamaica. Because comrades, let me tell you, why are you going to invite 120 people to our meeting? And you line them up to fix road, and 20 of them come, and so we want X road fix, Y road fix, Z road fix, and you cannot fix so many roads at any one time. It is impossible. So JLP and lion and thieves. And Leverage, happy, good luck. So comrades are Spur before me don't know. We don't talk, respect.
Alright.
Comrades, one more time for the senior councillor from Newport, Councillor Anthony Bryce, pick him up one more time. The comrades from the outside, they can have more space now, so they can put money inside, you know. And just in case somehow no one will become that PNP mean Jamaica no square here and still Dilal at the game in Mexico, the first match of Cup. And you know what PNP is not true. Remember some portion legacy that be not true. and a good time to be alive. Because me and Andrew and Carly and all of our sports people, and TJ, and whoever they are watching match and I see one, Jamaican Spirit here, so they are relaxed a little bit and enjoy the PNP vibes. And West Indies with yesterday, not to what I'm doing. Come on, clap them on. I close that segment to the councillors now. And I want to tell you, the other day we started a mission that the 12 of us will make you be accessible to the councillors here. Because we know that we send us there confidently and we're going to do the people's work. You see, we walked the market last week and I walked the whole town of Mandeville. Not sure they never said that. And the councillors never walk. And the councillors are making themselves available. So one day you might see the whole 12 councillors at PNP and walk through the whole of Spur tree. I check on Spur tree and we say everything is alright over Spur tree. And we do the same with all other divisions across the parish. Because we say we're doing the people's work and the people's work is serious business. So big up the councillors, them 12 of them down there, the people's business, them are do every time. And why next speaker may I call them now? I'm going to change the beat. No, man, we don't with the councillors with the number. We have put Wilson on break tonight. We're going to change the beat a little bit to the MP candidates now. So we have to start the meeting a different way. Music, man, we have a song of request. Have it, sir? Ready? Jump. We're going to change the beat to the MP candidates now. Spurgeon, you know this one? Outside, where we start. Where we're going to start. Constituencies in the region, and the current regional chairman is here, the current regional secretary is here. They have advised me that we have adopted our neighboring constituency that borders this constituency, that borders North-East Manchester, and we have adopted South Trelawney as a honorary member of Region 5, because we say forward ever, backward never, victory, victory in South Trelawney. And I say, Spur Division, please to make welcome the next Member of Parliament of Trelawney Southern, Comrade Paul Patmore.
Yeah, we love the world. And God will say, not higher than God. We're born every demonic Satan and the world. What about the time? All my own love, what I know. We are telling them to cool up. Jump on out in the morning with that Paul Patmore. Jump on out in the morning with that the real Parliament, regional. There we love the world. And God will say, not higher than God. We're about every demonic Satan and everything. What about the time? We are telling them to cool up.
Congrats on the platform. Comrades, I greet you well from Southern Trelawney. And it's really a pleasure to be here to support my comrade brother, Ryan Peart. Comrades, I really feel proud when I watch the TV just this week and I saw our mayor and Comrade Bunting talking about the hospital. That's one of the hospitals that really affect me really bad. Most of you, as everybody look young, I know that you might be too young to know when Mandeville Hospital was dubbed like the hotel. You're not too young to remember that. At one time, Mandeville Hotel, that was Mandeville Hotel, the hospital over there. I remember when I have two kids, get two kids that they were born over by Hargreaves, and my sister-in-law was working at the time at Mandeville Hospital. And she was saying to me, why are you wasting money going over this? And when I take a walk over there, the hospital was in such a farm. Speak and span, you could sit down, if something drop on the floor, you could almost take it up and eat it. And I can tell you that few years later, under this government, my uncle was in the hospital and I happened to visit. And I was shocked. I never knew that the hospital could reach that stage where you walk into the hospital and you're afraid to lean up anyway. You have to make sure, you have to just, your hand up on your side, you have to just stand up straight. Maybe because sometimes you get knocked out downstairs. So you downstairs in the waiting area, and even in the waiting area look real awful. It's like you feel like you're dead. So I was always wondering how long our mayor gonna wait to start talking about the Mandeville Hospital. But thank you, Mr. Mayor. I hear somebody say today that Jesus Christ was the first socialist. And I don't know why I believe it. He was the first socialist. Remember that he walked with the people, he lived with the people, eat with the people. He was the first socialist. And when I look at the behavior of the JLP under Andrew Holness, I start to believe that Satan was one of the first laborites. But that's what I start to feel. I start to believe that. I start to believe that. But comrades, let us not be distracted by the jail. If you notice just recently, they will start to bring the bedroom, come out with their bedroom argument. Because they say the dual citizenship never work. And they want take with half of the price. Business with that. We no business with you who want the what and who want the what. We have to work together. And that's why I thank Region 5 to allowing us to be part of your team. And say, Mr. Patmore, if you don't want help, call on us. We thank you and we are really appreciate it. Thank you. We want to say, one of the things that we have to look into now, the JLP know that there's still too much persons in this constituency who is willing to take a 5,000 of their vote. They know that. So that's why you notice them are run up and down more than so. They sit down and they relax. Because they are planning now to come with the t-shirt and the 5,000. And they expect to get the amount of vote that they need to win the next election. So we have a duty to go out there now and educate our people and make them know say, because of the same 5,000 of them, that's why the hospital is in the state that is it. That's the 5,000 is the problem. Comrades, the word is love. Let us continue to work together to save Jamaica.
But most of us are the president, the current boss of business seat. Active now, I think, black in the seat. Testing 1, 3. No, not testing. But one now, respect for more cause than us alone.
No, sir. No, sir. One more time for Comrade Peart, one more. Coming out. Victory. Victory. Now, hear me now. Hear me now. The war gets serious. It gets serious enough because, comrades, you are special. That was a world premiere. First time ever heard by any state at all. Big up Comrade Paul one more time. And you know why we say serious? Why we say serious? It's a serious war start now. Then I'm going to get called out. Because full election gone. Let me tell you why it's serious. Your councillor, big and broad in the double business, 3 double team having assassin, super cat, and the next one. And Shabba. So your councillor leading and Paul come back tonight and show the can and everything else, so children up in it. Then a man never call you. Then a man you will call. So we are going to meet, we have to meet, we have an emergency meeting Monday in a central Manchester. But the dog plate have to push out. The dog plate have to push out. So we are with Michael Phillips too, and Valley, Valley not escape me there. Everybody. Yeah.
Spur tree. Now forget your part. Mr. Beer, don't worry. 45 now you will kill them when you come up and say right now.
So it gets serious. It gets serious because they have got an artist from them too. Councillor Steve tell Mr. Hassan said war and one, so get him to ready too. We not left out nobody. Pick up yourself again, Comrade Paul, making a statement, and as I said, we have adopted him as an honorary member of Region 5 because we're not leaving any stones unturned, and South Trelawney must be in the winning column of the PNP. Pick up yourself again, Comrade Paul. Comrades, the man from Northeast Manchester who is an astute businessman. On February 26th, Christian and Northeast Manchester delivered 2 out of 3 in the parish council. Christian division, Wallaston division, and I say the next member of parliament, Manchester Northeast, Wellington.
I'm going to talk to the producers, them, you know. I need a dub plate too. What was that? I need a dub plate too. Come here, Chairman. Come here, Mario Mitchell. Come here, Mayor of Mandeville, and soon to be member of Central Manchester, come here, Norman Mitchell. Come here, Paul Patmore. Man from South Trinidad. Come on, Paul. Now come to your studio tomorrow. I really need a dub plate. Welcome to Region 5 as an honorary member. My dear friend and newly crowned councillor of the Spur division, the man of the moment, Councillor Ryan Peart. So many councillors here, but I have to make special mention of my own councillor. Yes, Councillor O'Neill Evans from the Christian division. Come regional chairman, come regional secretary, come councillor seated on the platform, come YO members, come warriors of the Spur division. A big Northeast Manchester greetings to you. I must say to you, government of the Spur division, I too belong here sometime. It's in here. Hatfield Primary School right here. Put your hands up, let me see you. Hatfield, Hatfield will say. Hatfield will say. Yeah man, Hatfield is the place where the fire there. And come and Peart, we're glad for know sir, you're going to take care of the school. Yeah man, when I was a student, it was a small school. Become a little bigger school. But under you want to see become Hatfield High School. We need another high school, not true? This is going to be Hatfield High School. Hatfield High. Eh? Comrades, I am proud of the way that the Manchester Municipal Corporation is operating at this time. You know, we can see the heavyweights down there. Because of the 12 to 3, we are seeing action all across the parish of Manchester. I had to talk to the mayor just now because I noticed in the news quite recently where a train was cleared on Ward Avenue. Give the mayor a round of applause for that one. Because I used to afraid to go on the plane. And I used to wonder, why the hell Ward Avenue block up like this? As a little bit of rain falls, it block up. So we must congratulate those, the engineering team, and the mayor himself, and the team around him, for ensuring that there's a remedy to that problem. In the news, which is quite current today, we hear talk of the poor maternal care in the health services, and especially at the Mandeville Public Hospital. Our mothers are very important, and so are our children. And let me congratulate the mothers who are here, and the fathers too, for the success of their children in the recent results that came out at the GISA result. You know, give yourself a round of applause.
Don't move your Comrade Ball. Spur Division, please to welcome your guest speaker, Senator Damian Crawford. Welcome the Senator and guest speaker, Comrade Damian Crawford. Comrade Valdemar, I want to welcome a friend of Region 5, former MP in Eastern St. Andrew, Comrade Andre Hilton. Comrades, before Comrade Val finish, there are two councillors that I know you're going to see for the first time, and I want to invite them to come and stand beside their chairman. The councillor of the Christian Division, fresh, about 40 years now, the PNP council of this, and this is the young man that has brought Christian home. Also joining us is the new councillor for the Wollaston Division, 2 out of 3 in North East Manchester. That's a welcome to team from North East Manchester. And back to Comrade Wayne.
Yeah man, Comrade David Knight and Comrade O'Neill Evans, 2 effective councillors at the Manchester Parish Council. Tell you man, we are getting some good representation now up in North East Manchester. And when we tell you say, I see more work now done under these councillors than I saw for all the years under the 2 JP councillors. They are effective and they are getting the work done. Comrades, we up on the hills there of North East Manchester, we need not just your good wishes and your hope for victory, but we also need your prayers. Because we believe that the time has come to free the people of North East Manchester from the bondage they were under the Liberal for the 30 odd years. Comrades, Manchester is a good place. The people of Manchester are proud people. They are ambitious people. They are hard-working people. They deserve good representation. And that's why it warmed my heart so much to see the parish council candidates came in the way they came in. But comrades, we are still under the governance of the Labour Party, with the exception of your constituency in Manchester. The time has come for us to have 4 members of the parliament representing the People's National Party in Manchester. So comrades, it is good to feel the vibes. It is good to feel the energy. But what we want, comrades, we want comrades who are dedicated to working hard to ensure that the members of parliament are victorious in the next election. Before I take my seat, though, comrades, I want to welcome Comrade Damon Crawford to my primary school. And my primary school is in the middle. This is my primary school. Comrades, it's good, always good to be with you. Good to be here. It's always good to be amongst comrades. And I want to promise you that we up in the hills will be making you proud of us when the next election is gone. One love, comrades. One love. One love, comrades. One love.
Comrades, one more time for the next member of parliament from Manchester North East, Comrade Valentine, will give a round of applause. So comrades, we are down to our final 3-4 speakers for the night. At close to 9 o'clock, we are in good times. But I bring to you now the second term mayor of Mandeville, Next member of parliament for Manchester Central, 25 years as councillor for the Royal Black Division, experience and a man of wisdom, the preacher, the accountant, and sometimes they say my teacher too. I say welcome Spur Division, the mayor of Mandeville, Councillor Donovan Mitchell.
All guy got to wait until the next evening. Fire! Cause when we come, we come. What's up? Let me come down. Let me come down. What's up? Let me come down. Let me come down. Down, 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 down. When them are going to war, when the general come, yes. Give them the mic and pull a sit and sit up. Come up and press a catch a man and come and settle down. Whenever time we come, we say that guy's skin come. Catch a down and come and press a.
You know what? I think next year our later on we have a dog player. 25 players, and so who can win. Nevertheless, night is far gone and I'm going to take up the time because it's Damien night tonight. But Comrade Chairman, Comrade Mario Mitchell, Comrade Guest Speaker, Comrade Damien Crawford, Comrade Regional Chairman, big you up sir, because you are the figures man, so if we don't know them, we can't know what we do. You want pay one name, but I still study because Kefri is a PNP list. I don't know which name to give her yet. But that's what we do. Might be the figures man, but sometimes, you know. And I said, Comrade Andre, big up sir. My fellow comrade councillors, Comrade Irving Facey, parents of the councillor for the spiritual division, my brothers and sisters, I'm going to ask, Comrade Facey to sit, I'm going to ask the councillors that are here from the Manchester Municipal Corporation to stand. Because I'm working, so I don't know what to do then. One lady texts me and says, oh, you're not the councillor in the not the pan road and all of that something. But comrades, please don't. I have absolutely no problem in taking a recess or taking my leave from the council to run for the general election and win it and leave it in good hands because the council will be good hands. But comrades, I want you to stand and give Comrade Facey a rousing round of applause. My former deputy, we did our work together, and comrade, this is a gentleman in whom I'm well pleased, but it's not really him, you know, it's Peggy, because I know Miss Peggy before anyway. Comrades, you can be seated, because I don't want to say the thing that I don't want to say, so I write a few the things I have to say. But comrades, yesterday, I spoke to TBJ about the conditions of the Southern Regional Authority. And I hear that the minister said that I have no rights, or I have no reasons to call him out to say that the Prime Minister must fire. But if he had any conscience whatsoever, he could not be sleeping tonight. And because in 2017, in the region of Clarendon, Manchester and St. Elizabeth, we were having 23 maternal deaths. And let me explain to you, maternal deaths is women who go into the hospital and developed complications and all of that, and they died. We had 23 of those persons between St. Elizabeth, Manchester, and Clarendon. In 2022, the figure says that we have 273. Why should we sleep and not hear the cries of the women who have them died because we did not have the right equipment and the right things to save these women's lives? I remember at one time when the neonates died, and that's the babies who died within early birth and 2 or 3 days. And I hear a man calling that he's hearing the baby's voice. But I don't think he's hearing the baby's voice. I think he might be hearing Siaga's voice to tell him to leave this thing and go sit down. Because I am sure as night follows day, the People's National Party will give to Mark Golden, Jamaica Land we love, to run it and to run it because he needs the voice. Listen, comrades, we don't take people's lives for granted. And I must commend the doctors and the nurses and the porters and the workers of the different hospitals and health centers in this region because they have done a good work. They work with whatever instruments and what we gave them to work with. But we are saying, do not stop them. I remember that when we opened that hospital, it was a nice place to go. But I don't think the board has done it well. But comrades, the only person can find the board of political representative is the minister. So he needs to fire the board. And after he fires the board, Andrew needs to fire him because he's not doing what he ought to be doing. And comrade, he needs to go. He needs to go. I think there are other competent members of parliament sitting in parliament that can do the work. Let Christopher Tufton go and find something else to do. He is not ready for that job. But comrades, because this is your problem, because it affects the people of more of Northwest Manchester, comrades Senate and myself, and the other comrades know. Some people call me gorilla, I don't care. Some people say me hard, I don't care. But this Manchester roads must go back to the place where we used to have the roads, can walk up and down, and we can walk clean in the Manchester. So comrades, we have some vendors who the police have taken off the streets, and they will not go back on the streets under my jurisdiction, under the Manchester Municipal Corporation jurisdiction. We have space in the market because I get a letter from the market. There's 22 spaces in the arcade and there's other spaces. The people must come on the street so that those who are walking on the street, driving on the street can do so and do their business quietly in the summer.
Sometimes some of them are running back.
And I will tell them that no businessman in Manchester cannot give them permission to sell on their pizza because the law said you shall not sell on the pizza and they will not sell on the pizza because the people of Manchester need to go about their good business and develop good rapport and work hard and go to school for the people of Manchester. Yesterday, I was pleased. I smiled and I laughed and I felt good. Because after some discussions and some bad feelings, where the Ward Avenue train was blocked, I stayed there for 6 hours yesterday and made sure that that train was clear. Because the people of Spur division and the people of the New Green division could not stand out at Brumela Road and stand at Brumela House when the rain is falling. We have cleared that train yesterday and we're doing some more works tomorrow. Call me gorilla if you want, but the people of Manchester has voted for 12 of us, and we must deliver because they believe in us, and we say to them we will communicate with you, we will be accountable to you, and we will do so in integrity because the people of Manchester used to a good life, and we will not let go. Comrades, there's a task ahead of us. We have to make sure that Comrade Nikhil Phillips remains the Member of Parliament for North West Manchester. Comrade Valentine Wind comes in as a Member of Parliament for North East Manchester. Comrade Paul Packmore must come in as a Member of Parliament for Southern Trelawney. Peter Bunting must come in as a Member of Parliament for South Manchester. And I can tell you, comrades, that when that day comes, that is what this will be the Member of Parliament for Central Manchester. I told them, a little woman go on a radio station and she boasts big and broad that she will win all 4 in Central. And she will win those in Northwest Manchester. But never make any big talk. Because I know how we could have won the elections. And when my team of Comrade Black, Comrade Junior, Comrade Calvin Lynn, Comrade Clifford, the PNP list man, when we went on the road, we take over that Patrick, and we said to her, hold that one. But if she think with it done, Lord God have mercy. Comrades, them said the belly getting too big, and I said to them, no watch more that. Because I shall walk the hills and the valleys of Central Manchester, and we shall bring it home to the people of Manchester because they deserve better representation.
Constance Porter, I don't know how you say that. When we say Porter, we mean that. But we want to say that. Get flat. How it goes? See it here.
Comrades, everybody have them story. And I don't business with people's story. People must keep them story to them business. But my story is the People's National Party story. Because I remember when Michael Manley was the leader, he made it easier for all of us in the common entrance exam, and I was pleased to have gone to the greatest school in the entire Western Hemisphere, the Manchester High School. Don't you try? We went to the greatest school, the Manchester High School. But comrades, elections are not won just on mere feelings. Elections are won because people would work. So if you and your boyfriend had a quarrel, and he's a comrade, I'm going to ask you between now and when the election is called and the election be your friend him up. I never say you must do anything with him, I just say friend him up. And if a neighbor dog in me on the boat that you were saving for Christmas, and you're vexed with the neighbor, your neighbor is a PNP, I want you as a PNP and as a comrade to forgive your neighbor and let us work together in unity. Comrades, we have a couple more days before those who are living in different constituencies, living in different parts of Manchester, or living in different parts of Jamaica, to transfer their votes to whichever division or constituency they live in. They haven't been June 30th. And our children are now leaving high schools. Let us get them, those who are comrades, on the voters list. Because come election day, we want to weigh the votes. We don't want to count them. It's easier to weigh them than to count them. So comrades, I am glad the day when I became a member of the People's National Party. Because the only thing sweeter than PNP is the church. And sometimes the church have been given recess to come for the PNP business. Because when I look at the comrades and I see them, whether they come from Georgefield or they come from Halifax or they come from Litchfield or they come from anywhere, PNP business, sweet, it's nice, it's nice. Sometimes I don't want it to know. So comrades, we're not worried about them. We are going to keep our heads straight and look ahead. Because there is light at the tunnel. And when I look at the head of the tunnel, I see PNP, I see Mark Golden, I see Angela Brown-Burke, I see Damian Crawford, I see Peter Bunting, I see the host of People's National Party, people just waiting on that day, because that day God surely will deliver us from the hands of those wicked men and women that are on the JP side.
They still want more.
Comrades, I could not sit without thanking Comrade Evans. 34 years. One man sit on one side of the fence. And when they thought that Christian and the Vision could not come in for the People's National Party, I mean, Evans was taking time and riding horse and said, listen, boy, now watch your face. We're coming in, and when they look at it, at the finishing line, he overcame them and come in, and for 34 years, under the JP, I can guarantee them with 4 years of the People's National Party, Christian and the Vision will become a better division for the People's National Party, because they are covered in whom we are with. So comrades, the night is far spent, but I cannot sit down without leaving Judges 2 verse 10 with you. This has been my scripture to the comrades. I paraphrase, because my Bible is not here. It says there are some children of Israel that doesn't know what God has done for Israel. And that's why they turn to idol worshiping and eat gold for garlic and cucumber. But comrades, there are some young people in Jamaica, there are some older people in Jamaica who does not know what the People's National Party has done for the people of Jamaica. So we will remind them as we go along. Comrades, I don't want you to custom labor right. Just remind them what Michael Manley has done. Just remind them what Norman Manley has done. Just remind them what Portia has done. Just remind them what PJ Patterson has done. And comrades, you tell them, tell your mother, tell your father, tell your sister, tell your brother, tell your friend that when Mark said on the morning, come into
Father, we thank you for all that you've done and for what you're doing. The Lord is thy shepherd and shall not want. Maketh me to lie in green pastures.
Comrade, the next member of Parliament from Manchester Central, the Bishop, giving a PNP sermon one more time for his worship mayor, Councillor Donovan Mitchell. You know, this is practically the last, one last stand is this week. Not true, David? Thursday for Mount Olivet is one last stand conference. I find that conference that not true. Yeah man, Thursday.
When they leave to Saturday, man?
Ryan P gone last week.
But once we want to leave?
Newport was the 7th. Some conference gone already. Yeah man, you can't fool me neither. Comrades, Central Manchester Conference is the 14th of July at Manchester High School. You saw PNP is like a sweeter. South Trelawney to welcome Comrade Paul Patmore is the 15th of August in Albert Town Square. We are good there. Bus we are load and good on that. North East Manchester is when I get this one. The 17th. The 18th of August is North East Manchester. Central the 14th. South Trelawney the 15th. North West Manchester Woodland. The 17th of August. Comrades, please to support all those conferences as they come, because we are about to finish the visional conferences and we're going to move into constituency conferences as all of them combine. Comrades, we are about now to bring our final 2 speakers, and guess who they are? I bring to you now, when you say Labour Street cut from PNP, you talk about Ryan Peart, third generation representative of the people in his first term as councillor for his Peart division. Welcome, Councillor Ryan Peart.
The best councillor. Ryan Peart, the best councillor. Spur division. You know we're right, we never wrong. Warning. Yeah, give me Ryan Peart. Giving out the warning. What will you tell them? Watch out, make we come down. Watch out, make we come down. And with the mic, come and sit down. When the bag of the rest, you will not be able to go. I want to let them know what's Ryan Peart down. What's up, the fuck, I don't see how I'm down.
Say yes, no. Which one is Ryan Peart and next time big yes, Ryan Peart.
Hold, easy now. Comrades, I want the opportunity. I'm not have no time, much time. My good friend, Mr. Crawford, right? I travel far, and I don't want to keep it long. But comrades,
let me just take the opportunity to pick up more so because I'm telling no lie. I wouldn't have been the councillor for this division if it wasn't for you. So, pick up yourself. It's not Ryan Peart who in the Spur division, it's the people of Spur Tree. I was put here, and put here for a reason. More big up at 11 councillor colleagues. Let me tell you, we are all family. I love them like my brother, and my sister, mother and my father. I'm not telling you, they're family. Each time we have, after the meeting, we always go and we enjoy ourselves. We have lunch and we chit chat and everything. I'm not telling you, they treat me right. They really want to join me, but we can't, PNP business. We have to big up MP candidates. Big up Comrade Andrew Hilton, Mr. Wade, Donovan Mitchell, and Comrade Bunting, he apologized. Right? I have to big up my comrade from the South Trelawney, who will be the next member of Parliament. Comrade Popcorn, big him up for me. Comrades, come in, Mr. Please. You see, I don't want to get emotional anymore, but you see this man, about 3 years or 4 years ago, I used to be a member of the planning committee at the parish council. And him and Mr. Collins, and Andrew, Councillor Collins, right? They wanted me to run and take over the divisions. And tell us something already, none at all. And comrade, there came a time in Spur division when I heard about the poll was being behind and we were going to lose it. And Uncle Dini, which that man, I don't know how to describe him. I love that man gone to bed. I second man I love in my life. Father number 1, Dini number 2. But back to you man, that man, when I came to Spur division, they said we cannot make Spur division go down. None at all. I gave up my job, and I'm in a good job. I get good money and everything. I'm saying, no, I'm going to do it for the people of Spur division. I'm going to do it for the People's National Party. I'm going to do it for Irwin Basin, and I'm doing it for you, the people of Spur division. Comrade, PSC, had been, trust me, he is my good friend. He had been there for me. And I'm beginning a joke. Every time I beg this man something to drink, he send out the money. So you hear me now, Mr. Tim said, you see, don't worry yourself, the council is here. I will give some pushing and some 2015. PSC tell me, say, listen, don't wreck yourself. Who you think you're wrecking? Me and my money? My money are bank. So don't go wreck yourself, you can't buy any money to drink. So, you see, we get you know. But I'm not telling you, I want to give this man a big round of applause. 5-star general. Enough to play. But comrades, we don't have no time to talk to him right now. But I'm telling the truth. I just want to tell him to say, trust me. Really love and appreciate what you do for me. And there's big things to come. Me personally, I am going to take from my personal account. Because we're Councillor Kennedy said, me have money. And I'm the richest councillor. Me sure say enough councillor, yes, wait. One of us are watching. You supposed to be going on me, you have 5-star general. The one beside you. An MP might go for you. And you can't go MP without a broad pocket. And what does he have? And just say never have money. The businessman, give my money to you. You have money. I may not want everybody's pocket, but we can't talk. But let me tell you now, I am going to take out of my personal account every year. I mean, promise you that to help with programs that will carry coming in a Spur division. First ever happened in the history of Spur. These plans will be discussed. We can't discuss it now. But I
I'm going to discuss it with the groups when I meet with them. Because my last executive meeting, I arranged meetings with each groups. I'm going to meet clusters. And I'm going to tell them my plans. But I am going to do it for spiritual freedom because I love what we have for them. Money is not all. Money is not all. I'm going to tell you something. We have to try and ensure that everybody live to a livable level because this government, I am telling you, this is the worst. They need to change the name from JLP to JCP. Jamaica corrupted party. It's the most corrupted party I've ever seen in the history of this country. And I'm not being biased. Everybody see for themselves. And that is why the results showed at the last local government election. Time come, and as my comrade always said, JLP happy go down. What we say? JLP happy go down. Our comrade, all have to make sure. So we put him back, comrade, MP, Miguel Phillips as the next MP. Because we have to show them a sign. We have to ensure, say, comrade, Donovan, Mitchell, become next MP for Central Manchester. We have to ensure, say, comrade, Valentine Wint become the next MP for North East Manchester. We have to ensure that Peter Mountain become the next Member of Parliament for South Manchester. We have to ensure that, right, Mark Jefferson Golding become the next Prime Minister of Jamaica. Third Minister of Jamaica, they have to go down. Comrades, I love you to the bottom of my heart. And as long as we live, I will do everything in my power to ensure that PNP come back, right? And I'm telling you, I'm one all on, please not be good. Love no people, appreciate them, and then put with it. Now beg you, visit them now and then. If I want someone, 2 times one, it don't matter. But please, comrades, the word is love. I love you.
Your councillor for the first time speaking from his heart, a man who is dedicated, a man who has his best interests at heart. I say one more time for your councillor in his first year as councillor for the spiritual division. Remember, I come from good stock, so you have to make sure they deliver. And he's a man that has good training. Dean Peart, Michael Peart, and Ernest Peart. And now you have Ryan Peart, 4 generations of comrades who have served us well. We thank you, Councillor. And I now invite former head girl, the new university student, and the head of the YO in Manchester, Comrade Sabrina Barnes, to introduce Comrade Senator Damian Crawford to you.
Comrades on the head table, comrades far and near, beautiful comrades of the spiritual division. It is with immense pleasure that I present to you today a man who plays an important part in decision making and impacts the lives of each individual in this room, matter of fact, each individual in Jamaica. He is a distinguished graduate of the University of the West Indies, holding both a bachelor's and master's degree in tourism management. During his university years, he demonstrated exceptional leadership as the president of Guild Students, where he spearheaded the implementation of a health insurance plan for students. His commitment to education continues as he served as a lecturer at the University of the West Indies, sharing his knowledge and expertise with the next generation. Harnessing his leadership skills and natural talent in mathematics, he founded Hope, a volunteer organization dedicated to helping struggling students improve their mathematical skills. Currently, he is a successful businessman and he's the CEO of Crafton Holdings, a thriving company in the food industry. He is known to motivate young people like myself with thoughts such as, if you don't have money, you know people will have money. And to make investments to acquire real wealth. And not to see education as a destination, but rather a journey. His political journey began as the president of the People's National Party Youth Organization, and he had that role for 3 years. He quickly rose to prominence, becoming one of the youngest members of parliament in Jamaica's history, and serving as the Minister of State for Tourism and Entertainment. His views and values transcend party lines, reflecting a deep commitment to the people of Jamaica. Personally, I dare to say this, among our politicians, Mr. Crawford has the best understanding of socio-economic climate and issues facing our country. My brief introduction cannot fully capture the extent of this man's achievements and contributions. Nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, comrades, all within the reach of my voice, please join me in welcoming the remarkable man from the Little League, Senator James Crawford.
My comrades, I want to pay special regards to the Mayor of Manchester and the councillors who did PNP extremely proud in the last election. I was at another conference and I indicated that from high school days I don't like when the teacher taking register my name card 2 times. I have heard that there's a wholeness and wholeness. I've heard that there's a vase and vase. I've even heard Charles and Charles and Phillips and Phillips. When I go back there, I hear them say Peart, but I don't want to hear Crawford and Crawford. There should be one Crawford, and that is David Crawford. So I'm leaving it to the mayor to ensure when the roll is called up yonder, only one Crawford will be there. And I have been adopted by Manchester, because this is at least my 6th time since here. I'm not talking about only political conferences, but I have been to Mile Gully High School, to Mayday High School. I am also the guest speaker for Manchester High School. And then I hear I'm coming to Manchester Central Conference. And I was at one the other day, Christian Conference. And from all that I've seen, there's only one message I give to the General Secretary. I hear the song, Rastaman. Because when I see Hardly Shaw under pressure, then I know Manchester clean sweep for the People's National Party. And to that extent, I thank you, the workers, the believers, because there was a time that friends were few, but you, the workers, continued to support, stuck with the People's National Party, and gave us the belief that it was possible to move from 14 to more than 32 and have the government of Jamaica in one term after 14 seats. I thank you.
ourselves from mental slavery. And we don't find it a problem because we believe freedom is singular, physical slavery. So why we would fight for freedom if we were physically enslaved? Because we think that that is the only type of slavery. We don't fight for freedom when we are mentally enslaved. There are 3 types of freedom. But what is God-given cannot be taken away. So even the slave can dream to be free, because the most basic freedom is God-given the freedom to dream. That's why one of the biggest songs was that I'm dreaming, I am floating on a $1,000 bill. We can dream. The second freedom is the freedom to be. That is God's desire. Now, understand the difference between God-given and God desire. Because what is God-given cannot be taken away by man. The ability to dream. But we have in our history seen that the ability to be has been taken away by man. The freedom to be is what they took when they enslaved our parents and our grandparents. And so, though it is God's desire, God allows man choice. And they choose sometimes against the desire of man. The first freedom was given by God, therefore there's no conversation. The second freedom was achieved by man through the revolutions of our history and our heroes and our heroines. And so the third freedom is the freedom to achieve, and that is God pleasing. So the first freedom was God given. The second freedom was God desired, and the third freedom is God pleasing. It is the duty of the People's National Party to please God by making the people be free to achieve. And when they criticize about my beliefs, I believe that my duty is to use the power of government to carry the people to a place of achievement. The system has broken the minds of our people to where they have become enemies of themselves and have become advocates against achievement. That is why they are saying they're not only dunce, but fully dunce. That is why our ladies believe that their only ability is their sexual ability. And they spend money on bottom and breasts and none on brain. That is why our young men who have the ability to market believe that they can sell a lie, but don't think they can sell the truth. To all the men who say they're scammers, no. If you can sell a lie, my God. The talent is not the ability to lie. It is the ability to sell. And if you use the ability to sell the truth, then you must make as much money as you could if you could sell a lie. But because we are enemies of ourselves, then we don't strive for the freedom to achieve. So when I come to the people to say you cannot say power and not say knowledge, because knowledge is power. The PNP is an education party, because within the concept of freedom, the greatest freedom is the mind. reached to its greatest level. We are so confused that we believe that Anansi is about trickery. But the Anansi story never yet say that Brother Anansi, who is small, tried to trick Brother Mosquito. Or Brother Ants. But it's Brother Dog and Brother Tiger and Brother Lion. Because somewhere in the story, it needed to be recognized that the brain is better than the muscle. And when those who enslaved us wanted to reduce the brain and embrace the muscle, our grandparents, knowing that it was risky to be open and clear, told stories that muscle could be defeated by the brain. There is no place for the uneducated anymore. Because those who used to mix cement have been replaced by a premixture. Once upon a time, 50 men have do a roof, now it's one man and a chop. Those who used to chop bush have been replaced by a weed whacker. And those who used to wash clothes have been replaced by a washing machine. Therefore, any politician not speaking to education has forgotten the most important freedom, the freedom to achieve. And they try to carry us to a politics of shoes, and a politics of music, and a politics of rum, and a politics of boom, but there is no ideas for achievement. And so therefore, they make you believe that you're a pet, to the point that they are deciding what you eat. Is one of the biggest embarrassments in my understanding, that there are people in this country that are being given food packages that somebody else decided what is in it. Yes. And if them say if I'm can't beef, and I'm can't beef. And them say if I'm sardine, and I'm sardine. If them give flour, you better than flour. If them give rice, you better than rice. Only a pet should eat whatever he is given. And they don't realize that your children can be better than you. That is your duty as a human being. When my father and my father and your father was fighting for the PNP, it was so that we could have a better chance than them. If you're fighting politics for yourself, you're fighting the wrong politics. Because when common entrance came, and that meant we could have a Kingston College. And that meant we could have a Manchester High. There was a time that only the wealthy went to do so. There was a time before there was adult suffrage when only the rich could vote. And you had to pay a certain amount of tax and own a certain amount of land before you had a chance to vote. Enough people don't realize the importance of vote, but if you can't change government, then government must care about you. Now the poorest man must be considered in policy because he's considered in politics. It was the People's National Party giving the regular man the ability to achieve that came with the concept of universal adult suffrage. There was a time that when a woman pregnant, she had to tie down her belly so that the boss don't know. Because if the boss know, then he'll fire her on the spot. He never know thing about sending her home and pay somebody to come work for she while he pay she. Maternity leave would pay. It was another People's National Party for the freedom to achieve. There was a time that you used to line up at the farm and the farm manager come out and say, we need 10 people when 50 people out there. And he say, how much you want? And you say, give me $5. And he say, $5, how much you say? And 2 years, 5 is a 4. Until it reached 30 cents. until we come and say minimum wage, that you cannot pay less than X. That was the freedom to achieve. There was a time that if you never born in wedlock, it was not normal in the circumstance of the poor that you would be called a bastard, and the law would disallow you from getting anything that your father owned. When we came to say no bastard, no death again, that was for the freedom. So when I hear green peas, I said cold foot, no more pressure. More and more, Mr. Labor, I said PNP don't understand. How green peas will tell cold foot, say I'm still no more pressure. There was a time that all our schools that were high schools, so few of us used to pass common entrance that our name came in the newspaper. And the rest went to secondary schools. Secondary schools at that time did not do CXC. They did SSC. And there was no university that accepted SSC. If you look at the logic from the age of 12, 65% of Jamaicans were deemed not to be able to go to university because they went to secondary school. When I went to you in 1998, so few poor people were there that we knew each other. What about poor man? By the time we start teach 2005, poor people multiply like cockroaches. But understand that the schools that were once secondary schools, which was more than 90 of them, if them give you 5 a year, that's 450. If they give 10 a year, that's 900. And the schools like Black River, and Mayday, and Belfield, and Christiana, that were secondary school, PJ Patterson said, give those children the ability to achieve. That is the freedom. We must remind them that when we were growing up on here at Engine, you know who was coming? So few own a motor vehicle. When you hear Burmese and Mass China come, now that we see traffic with black man in the forefront and black man in the back, don't forget that black people couldn't work a bank nor go to a hotel. That was the freedom to achieve. And let us not forget that there used to be phone boxes. And you used to fight over the phone box because people tell them until we call them on the ICASA gate. And now that we have cellular phone, we don't realize the importance of cellular phone. But let me break it down to you that you cannot say power if you don't say knowledge, and you cannot say knowledge if you don't say information, because information is the mother of knowledge. So the access to information is the access to knowledge, and the access to knowledge is the access to power. The cellular phone was the access to information. How many know can just go Google on them cellular phone? How many now can do a project from them internet in them hand? So when we were saying get people a phone, it wasn't so you could have call and lavish. It wasn't so you could have checked TikTok. It was so you had access equal to information that the man we used to could have buy that
an encyclopedia, because in those days the wealthy had an encyclopedia and the poor had a goat. And no access to knowledge. So when I hear Labour right now, I talk say, me unconscionable because I say fund education. I hear them say, well, say the guy named Query. So the first question I had was, who is Query? I never hear about the guy. But Query, I learned, is a victim of the system. A victim of an education that more people fail than pass. But they want us to say that our teacher worthless. How can our teacher be worthless if America want them, if England want them, if Dubai want them, if India want them, if Canada want them? But they want to send our teachers to supermarket with $17,000 and expect them to carry back $100,000 out of groceries. Meditate. The budget for education, 82% of the budget is paying teacher salary and light bill, nothing else. The schools are given $17,000 to run the school for a year. Now make I do the maths. Because God has blessed me with the ability to do something. 17,000 in 10 months for school number for the whole period. That's $1,700. There's 20 days of school in the month. So 1,700 divided by 10 is $170. Divide by 2 is $85 a day. You tell me, how can a teacher get anything from a student with $85 per day? That is why I came to say that Favour Williams must go down tonight. Nigel Clark must go down. Andrew Holness must go down. Because what we have in education is a system that 36,000 children in 11th grade and only 6,000 getting 5 subjects, 30,000 is failing. And they want to talk about Crawford, want to tax them, but those that about Crawford want to educate them. How can 15,000 children fail PEP mathematics? PEP, the most basic. How can 12,000 fail English language? And nobody concerned. They tell them that we need 1 meal per child in school. They say no. They can't afford 1 meal per child in school. But they will afford 3 meals per adult in prison. They must go down tonight. The freedom to achieve tells you that a child cannot learn. It's an animal. Human beings are animals. And I've been learning about animals. I tell them to stop calling me goatman, because goat is singular. And I have 700, call me goatsman, which is plural. But when I observe my animals, the animal have 2 functions. The first function is to survive. And the second function is to perform. Therefore, when they don't get food, they shift from performance to survival. The fowl, when don't get enough feed, don't lay. And the goat, when don't get enough feed, don't provide milk. A youth will go to school and don't eat, he shifts from being able to learn, which is performance, to survival. The research said 33% of Jamaican children go to school hungry. Not get hungry at school. Arrive at school hungry. 33% is 142,000 children go to school hungry. And we wonder how they feel when they are focusing on survival more than performance. The Ministry of Education is so stupid that they gave the schools e-books when the people them don't have no computer and e-book cannot be accessed. They went to say the teachers are worthless because they're not using an electronic book. How can you go to class and tell the people to turn to page 24 when you have no computer to access the electronic book? Am I looking at my neighbor? And then Favour Williams make a headline that she gives secondary schools 10,000 computers, depending on the lack of knowledge of the people. Because you have 240,000 people in the secondary school. 10% is 24,000. 5% is 12,000. She gives 3% out of every 100 people. Only 3 get a computer. What happened to the 97%? But they expect us to accept. Because we are not fighting for the freedom to achieve. I say I want 1 degree per household. In every house must be at least 1 degree. It is not here I hear. But my uncle is the first with a degree. And he became the example. He became the advisor. He's the one that now may have 38 degrees in my cousins. My uncle, my mother have 11 brothers and sisters. That's why I'm not busy about people. Come here, 58 cousins, my bucket in large. My bucket in large. So I am saying I have seen it. But when I observe the world, I realize that the houses with degrees are not the houses mostly creating the crime. The houses with degrees are not the houses getting early pregnancy. The houses with degrees are not the houses starving for food. The houses with degrees are not the houses buying cash pot, and if Chinaman no follow black man, he can't cook a 1 in 36 chance of eating. The houses with degrees are going to doctor when they're sick. All the negatives of our society, they don't affect the houses with degrees. But they don't implement a thing called you don't have to pay school fee, but Manchester High people willing to pay. 90% of Manchester High parents, they go pay the school fee. Only 10% of mine go to pay theirs. And then you wonder how Manchester fly. And mine go there free. When we watch School Challenge quiz, everybody bet on Manchester versus Malden. A 4 brings 4. But nobody expect Malden. Nobody expect Tarrant. Nobody expect Haile Selassie. Because we know that the system is set against those children. don't have the freedom to achieve. So when they say me unconscionable, I am saying what is unconscionable is to see 140,000 picnic hungry. What is unconscionable is to have 7th graders that never experienced discipline, and you cannot put them in the cadet corps because they cannot afford the cadet uniform. What is unconscionable is one school having 28 clubs and society and the next school have 0. What is unconscionable is to have 32 school band shift and to send home our 14-year-old girls at 12:30 to the vagrants of society. $60,000 young girls between 2011 and 2021 got pregnant under the age of 16. 60,000. I don't see an advertisement from government. Not even an advertisement. Our young boys get up and drink rum from morning till night. By 35, those who used to pee for free will have to pay to pee. Kidney mash up. Penis now work. Dialysis. I don't even see an advertisement from government. Understand? If our youth them must spend $1,000 a day per rum, and at least 100,000 of them is doing that, that is $100 million a day that the poorest Jamaican is spending on rum. Meditate that $1 million is nothing for a night and a funeral. And 1,400 youth were murdered. They died without needing to die. That means that the poorest Jamaicans spend $1.4 billion on funeral. And none of them want a funeral home. None of them are sell black clothes. The money is leaking out of our communities into the pockets of the wealthy because we don't have the freedom to achieve. So until the day that I die, that I am saying that knowledge is the key and education is the weapon of mass destruction against poverty. Because some of them youth know I said them done. Some of them youth I said them a scammer. But I remember my granny tell me the heights of great men reached and then kept. They knew some would reach, but not keep. Zeke's reach, he didn't keep. Douglas reach, he didn't keep. Jim Brown reach, he didn't keep. Darpa reach, he didn't keep. Doppelfield reach, Santa can reach. They did not keep. It's a labor right reach. And they will not keep. So some of our young girls now who have a walk around a bus stop and stoplight and I talk about them sexy, you go ask the most pop down 40-year-old to show you a picture at 17 and you will see that her breast was pointed and her bottom was out. She might reach but it won't keep. They don't want this message on this platform because they want people to bathe them down, clean them toilets, young soldier. They want you to become a part of the prisons that they're trying to fund as a profit center. They don't want the street sweeper son to be a doctor because that means the doctor's son might become a street sweeper. So I'm saying to you that that what I need from you is to awake from your slumber. Awake from your slumber. You were not born to suffer. You were not born to want to eat and can't eat. To depend on a 5-year waiting list for doctor. You were not born to live in a house that when rain falls, you cannot be comfortable. Awake from your slumber. Too much sleeping. That is why they say that there is no rest for the wicked, because the good must be constantly knocking on the door of the wicked for change, for improvement. As soon as demonstrate for road and no demonstrate for school. We have the worst school and don't demonstrate. A 2 patrol on the bonfire. We have a bonfire for road. But by God, man, at the same time, bonfire for school. Because if your youth don't get what he needs to survive, the lion better teach the cub how to hunt. If you don't teach the cub how to hunt, it will then be hungry. But at the same time, the zebra better teach me how to shift. If you don't know how to shift, the lion will yam him. The People's National Party must return to a lifestyle of freedom to achieve. Free education was the freedom to achieve. We want free education for our children now. But to not fight for bullshit. Not fight for flag work. Them say me no know about politics, come and bun. Sing fence, I'm a bun. For the next one, named plywood. And nothing wrong if it need plywood, you pick if you come off concrete. Not wrong if it needs zinc fence, but you pick if you come off tile roof. Nothing wrong if you never get what was necessary because they robbed you of an opportunity. Not for the way I go like on the dunce bright and I want to go like them bright. But they robbed you. Send you to school that had no teacher. Make no mother say you can't come in the lunch money. Miss 21 days because you work on farm. And then you say the people take off out. Only if you take off and you want to rob them right. When you're bright, when your ability is great, when you can reason, when you can make $10,000 service. Not even Nigel Clark. Come here, listen, Nigel bright. If Nigel was so bright, why the $100 look like $1,000? And the $50 look like $500. That must sound so bright to me. No, for who was saying bright, the bright like would be in a 1 grade. And then time them to the high grade. But my comrades, I'm saying to you, if education isn't at the center of the platform of the People's National Party, then there's nothing truly to differentiate the PNP from the jail. Because the PNP fight the system and the JLP embrace the system. So my comrades, see the signal waving in the sky. Reinforcements now are coming. Victory is now.
University. Remember me telling you Manchester, Central Manchester, July 14, South Manchester, August 15, and all the other yes, Northwest Clarendon is the 27th of July, 25th of July. Thursday, one last time in Mount Olivet. I want where Councilor? Comrades, we're going to make 2 presentations. We're going to present the guest speaker, but Comrade Ryan wants also, the Councilor, want to present Comrade Dean Alexander Peart with a special award. So I ask that you stay and that we make everything possible.
actually watching. Right, so I just want to big him up and give him a special thanks. Dear comrade in Peart, I extend my deepest.
Okay, let me do it. Alright, so dear comrade Peart, as we know him, Uncle Dini, I extend my deepest and most heartfelt gratitude to you for your unrelenting dedication and tireless efforts in serving the people of Northwest and the Spur Division. Your unwavering commitment to the betterment of our community has been nothing short of extraordinary. Your work has been a beacon of hope and progress, illuminating the path towards a brighter future for all of us. You have shown us the true meaning of public service, putting the needs of our people at the forefront of everything you do. Your leadership, compassion, and steadfast resolve have been an inspiration to us all. Thank you, Comrade Peart, for your unparalleled dedication and for being a true pillar of our community. Your efforts have made a significant difference, and we are eternally grateful for your
You hear me? You listen to me? Alright. I spoke about. I love you. Yes, sir. Alright. Say love me. Say love me. Tonight is a special night as well. A special day for the woman who had, if it wasn't for she, I wouldn't be here tonight. Comrades, the reason why I chose this day for my conference, because you see, when your mother, when you have a mother, a woman, the power of a woman.
Happy birthday, mommy, and God's richest blessing. Comrades, I now present to you, comrade Elena, to present the guest speaker. Our voter tax side or the guest speaker and presenter. Okay.
Good evening, comrades. This evening we were privileged to have with us a distinguished guest whose contributions to our nation and our community are truly commendable. It is with great pleasure and profound respect that I extend our heartfelt thanks to Mr. Damien for our nation and your generosity in sharing your knowledge and insights with us this evening. Thank you once again, Mr. Crawford, for gracing us with your presence and for your invaluable contribution to tonight's event. We look forward to continuing to work together towards a better future for us all. Thank you.
Comrades, one more time for the young comrade from NC, comrade Elena, U-turn. Give a round of applause. While the young people have out and them stunting, not true? They're enough. Comrades, listen. Okay, who's doing the presentation of the comrade facing? Alright, young comrade Peart is coming again. Give a round of applause.
Good evening once again. So I have the pleasure of giving Mr. Facey his token of appreciation. So, Comrade Facey, if you could stand beside me, please. So on behalf of the entire Spur Division, we extend our sincere gratitude and deepest appreciation for your exemplary service as our councillor for 5 remarkable terms. Right? Your unwavering dedication, yes, and tireless efforts have significantly significantly shaped and uplifted our community. Your tenure has seen tremendous progress in our division, from infrastructural development and enhanced public services to community programs that have empowered and enriched the lives of many. You have always been there for us, listening to our concerns, advocating for our needs, and ensuring that our voices were heard. Your legacy is one of dedication, service, and profound impact. You have set a high standard for public service, and your contributions will be remembered and cherished for generations to come. The positive changes you have brought to our division are a testament to your hard work and unwavering commitment to the well-being of our community. So this is our token to express our love and appreciation for you. So thank you.
Alright, I've been up here so many times. But it would be remiss of us as a spiritual division not to thank some integral women who have been foot soldiers, who have been warriors, who have always been supporting the vision of the People's National Party. And Comrade Ryan P would like to present to the women's movement of Spur, Comrade Melissa. So we'll be presenting to the women. This award cements our gratitude for your unrelenting commitment to the mandate of the People's National Party, for your volunteerism and your impact to the lives of the constituents of Spur Division.
And for the women movement, I've done something for them when I really talk. But going forward, women movement, PNP, outreach and everything, when I'm in full support. I'm testing things a lot different. And really appreciate everything you do so far. And we're gonna have a program where the women movement will be in charge of helping the elderly that are most persons who are in need. So this is just the beginning. I have something for general too, but I give one away. No, nobody do.
Comrades, big up the councillor one more time, making his mark in his first year. Give my round of applause, man. Well done, Councillor Ryan and the team from Spur Division. Now invite Comrade Latisha Crawford to do the vote of thanks as we close conference 2024.
Good evening, comrades, distinguished guests and friends. As we come to the close of this successful Spiritual Divisional Conference, it is my honor and privilege to extend our heartfelt gratitude to all those who have made this event possible and memorable. First and foremost, I would like to extend special thank you to our guest speaker, Mr. Damian Crawford. Your insightful and inspiring words have not only enlightened us, but have also reignited our commitment to the cause of the People's National Party. Your presence here today is a testimony to your dedication to the principles and values that we have held dear. To the other speakers, thank you for your eloquence and for sharing your valuable perspective. Your contributions have added immense value to our discussion and have provided us with much to reflect upon as we move forward in our collective mission. I would also like to acknowledge and thank all the comrades who have joined us today. Your unwavering support and participation are the bedrock of our movement. It is your dedication and hard work that drives us towards our goals and help us overcome the challenges we face. A special note of gratitude goes out to the executive members of the Spiritual Division. Your tireless effort in organizing this conference, ensuring its smooth execution, and your steadfast leadership are truly commendable. Without your commitment and rigorous planning, this event would not have been the success that it is today. Thank you to Comrade Mario Mitchell for so eloquently presenting and for being our master of ceremony. Your dedication to the People's National Party and your commitment to cause are truly inspiring. Your role today has been integral to the success of this conference, and we are deeply grateful for your contribution. To all the volunteers and support staff, your behind-the-scenes work is not invaluable. From logics to coordination, your efforts often go unnoticed, but they are the backbone of our success. Thank you for your dedication and hard work. Finally, to each and everyone who attended here today, thank you for your presence, your engagement, and your continued support. It is through our unity and collective effort that we have achieved great things for our community and our nation. As we leave here today, let us carry forward the spirit of unity, trust, and determination that has defined the conference tonight. Let us continue to work together, support each other, and strive towards a better and brighter future for all. Thank you once again. Let us look forward for many more successful endeavors together. Comrades, onward and upward. The word is love.
Comrades, we have reached the end of conference. Thank you, Letitia. Let us be upstanding as we sing Jamaica Rise. Comrades, we thank you for coming out. Get home safe. Remember, Thursday, with Wonderstand at Mount Olivet, July 14th, Manchester High School, Central Manchester, August 15th, South Trelawney.
Alright, guys.
Yagli.
That's right. And
Yeah,
thank you for watching.
the 25th.